Hello. There's even more today about Owen Paterson. Did you know that there's rumours that he's going to be offered a peerage? That would be so unbelievably shocking. Well, it was certainly shocking when Sir John Major, was being interviewed on Radio 4 today. You know, elected officials need to follow the rules that very often they themselves have made. We saw this with Matt Hancock. I can't believe I've got so much to say about Matt Hancock at the moment. Ooh, Gina. No, Gina, no, ooh, no, Gina, please, no, not here. Now, John Major, shh, John Major, he says that that Boris would be colossally stupid if he were to invoke Article 16. I was asked the other day what Article 16 is. Article 16 is simply a way of bypassing the agreements already reached now about the Northern Ireland Protocol. That is, that Northern Ireland can remain part of the EU in as good as it gets, while at the same time the UK is part of Brexit. So if Boris doesn't like all the agreements that allow that to happen, he can trigger Article 16. We don't quite know how that's going to happen. We know that in the past the EU tried to trigger that. Now we're trying to trigger it. And the negotiations, John Major says, those negotiations have all the subtlety of a brick. You know, John Major's very good about this, I must say. Normally he keeps very quiet. He's very careful. And it is astonishing to hear a former Prime Minister criticise a Prime Minister now sitting. Any former Prime Minister just doesn't do that. For a Conservative Prime Minister to be criticised by a former Conservative Prime Minister is, I think, without precedent. And to be done so, and for it to be done in such a specific way, it is astonishing. Now, the criticisms of Boris, they don't stop there, because of course now there's calls for the whole of his flat to be investigated by the Standards people. But John Major says that what's happening, particularly with respect to the Owen Paterson business, is unconservative. He says that Boris and his cronies have broken the law. He points particularly to the prorogation of Parliament. They've broken treaties. That's really with reference to the attempt to trigger Article 16. They've broken their word. That's much more important. So in other words, John Major is saying that the current Conservative government is untrustworthy. They have damaged the reputation not only of the Conservative Party, but of Parliament itself, at home and abroad. Now, John Major, let's put him in context. John Major was Prime Minister from 1990 to 1997, and he was embroiled in his own scandals. There was all this sleaze going on. And we shouldn't forget that he was rogering Edwina Currie, she of the egg notoriety. But to his credit, John Major also set up the Nolan Committee that looked into the standards we would expect from people engaged in public office. Now those standards, there are 7 of them, and they are, let me see if I get it right, selflessness, integrity, objectivity, accountability, openness, honesty, and leadership. Is that 7? Selflessness, integrity, objectivity, accountability, openness, honesty, and leadership. And you have to measure Boris's performance against those 7 criteria, and then ask, whether or not it would be appropriate for a man who has just resigned from Parliament because he has fallen foul of the standards of public office to be offered a peerage, even for the idea to be thought is crippling the reputation of Parliament, even for the idea to be thought. And for a former Prime Minister to articulate this on a radio station, on the public radio station, on the BBC, this is just one problem after another. And, we need a new broom. We need a series of resignations. So in the past I've said, my list of people who need to go, quite a lot of them have now gone. Matt Hancock, Gavin Williamson. Gavin must go. Well, it took him 2 years to actually be gone, but go Gavin, go, and now he's gone. Rob needs to go. He remains in some strange shadow of a former self, but he just needs to go. And so many others. I think we have to add the man who I think otherwise is really quite fun. Rees-Mogg, he has to go. Spencer, is he called Mark Spencer? The chief whip, he has to go. All these, and Priti Patel, of course. She should long ago have gone. Maybe she has. Maybe she is preserved as some sort of strange force that inhabits, that is encased in Dalek-like splendour. Exterminate! Exterminate! Or plagiarise! 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 She just has to go. It's time for her to be gone. She should go to the Davros conference or something. She needs to go. I will be gone. I will be gone. I will be gone. I will be gone. Just go. And we need a clean broom. If Boris is to survive, Boris needs to take the initiative. And Boris needs to make sure that there is a clean agenda and that we can trust this government which is in office. Because at the moment, it doesn't matter what our political creed may be, whether we are Conservative or Labour or Lib Dem or Green, we cannot trust a government that doesn't obey its own rules. Anyway, please do follow my channel and do ring the bell. And if you've got some ideas about this, please add your ideas. I'd be really interested to know what you think about Owen Paterson. And is this just a sort of damp squib? Is this a firework? Is this a sparkler of no significance on the day when so many people are launching their fireworks? Or is this a Catherine wheel that's going to run and run and be particularly damaging? Let's find out. Ring the bell.